glory to Yahweh, Bahashema Mashak Malak Yahushua. That's all honor and glory to Yahweh, be in the name of the dear Heavenly Father, and his Son Yahweh Shai being his only begotten, right? With the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. We are the Battle Axes of the Most High, just coming at you to give you another edification. A little Thursday night snack, man. Just kind of feed brothers and sisters spirit going into the new day. Waking brothers up, hey, have something to look forward to that Friday. Hey, Friday afternoon, you got Ehud. Friday evening, you coming into the Sabbath, you got Brother Bearkai, and you got all the Capt Saturday, man, and so on and so forth. First off, we just thank the Most High for giving us this grace, mercy, and opportunity to be in this truth. Brother Donovan, of course. Title of this class is Sift Out the Fakes. Idols, Sift out the fakes. Because coming into this truth, like even how my class went last week, kind of just been on the spirit lately. We got to get rid of these idols, man. Guess what? The idols of this world, man. Anything that's causing you to go contrary to the faith and contrary against the Most High God is a idol, man. Guess what? If you put money above the Most High God, that's an idol. If you put women over the Most High God, you're an idol. Guess what? If you just put your fringes over the Most High God, because, hey, a lot of people can be fresh to death, fringed up, and don't give a damn about the Most High God or his laws nor keeping them. They just like it because they look good. And guess what? That is a idol to you, man. You have to do these things in decency and order, man. And when we get beside ourselves, man, we lose ourselves in these things, right? So, like I said, the title is Sifting Out the Fakes, the Idols, man. Kind of going to get into it first, kind of see what idolatry is, right? Seeing how you can be into idolatry, right? First precept we're going to go to, let's go to Deuteronomy, chapter 18. Hope brothers and sisters having a good day, man, or a good rest of the evening, getting off of work, getting ready to go to bed, and, hope this feeds the spirit well, man, Most High willing. We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, and we're going to start at verse 10. Matter of fact, we're going to go at verse 9. Verse 9. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. And shalom, shalom, Brother Barakai, man. Officer Barakai, man. Hey, man, it said, read it from the top. It said, when thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. Because guess what, man? All these nations, we're going to read later on, hey, all their gods are idols, man. Guess what? He gave the sun and the moon for all of them to worship, right? He gave you the only true living God, right? The one who raised up the sun, the one who let the sun go down and let the moon rise, right? The only one who let the waves keep going, the only one who let keep breath in your body, man. That living, who gives you living water daily if you're in this truth, man. That's the only one who's doing these things for you, man. Guess what he said? Learn not the ways of the other people, man. Because guess what? That's idolatry. You following anything contrary to Most High God and to his son, Yahweh, right? You're not walking any laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. Guess what? You going off, man. Point blank, period, man. Our next reading now, verse 10. It said, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that use a divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Guess what? All these things is wicked things, man. Making your son pass through the fire. Guess what? You letting him wake up, allowing him to walk around with makeup on. Allowing your son, allowing your daughter to dress any type of way, man. Allowing your daughter walk out with bigger and baggier clothes, right? Than the boy. You letting the boy walk out with the little hoochie mama shorts nowadays, man. You letting the woman put on a masculine spirit, the men putting on a feminine spirit, man. It makes no damn sense. And guess what? That's an idol, because guess what? You idolizing these things, man. Man, you idolizing the world. You see how the world is. Well, let me make my son match that. No. Guess what? Your son supposed to be a king, man. Your daughter's supposed to be a princess, man. And guess what? We get beside ourselves and we fall into these things, man. And we don't know that, hey, we're gonna get into this thing, man. Verse 11. It says, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that to do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord them out from before thee. Come on, man. Verse 13, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God, man. Straight like that. We got to be perfect with the Lord thy God. You see, because verse 12, he said, for all they that do these things are an abomination, man. Guess what? If you're an abomination, guess what? The Lord thy God ain't dealing with you, man. We got to sift out the fakes, man. Guess what? That little voodoo, that's not it. That's not the Most High God. Guess what? Them little crystals, that's not the Most High God. Guess what? The sun, the moon, all the things that you worship, that's not the Most High God, man. That's not his laws, man. He didn't tell you to do these things. He literally just read it plain, man. We got to sift out the fakes, the real from the fake, man. That's what we got to do when it comes to this truth, man. Guess what? That job is not more important than the Most High God, man. And we get beside ourselves sometimes, man. I literally had a time today at work, man. A sister came up to me. I'm doing a little paperwork. She said, okay, Judah. I'm confused. I'm like, who is she talking to? I'm like, my name Donovan, you know. But she see my fringes, man. Guess what? If I put work above it, I wouldn't have wore fringes to work. Oh, man, it's code of conduct. Nah, man, guess what? We're going to be that light, right? But guess what, man? People know these things, man. We can't never lose sight of that, man. So all these other things that other heathen think, oh, I got to wear a big crystal on my neck, right? Nah, man, you're a witch, man. Oh, man, I got to serenade you. I got to put this cast. Nah, man, you a charmer, man. We got to get past it. We got to sift out these fakes, man. Because it said, verse 13, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God, man. What makes you perfect, man? Let's get it real quick, man. He said you got to be perfect with him, man. Let's see how we got to be perfect, man. Let's see what makes us perfect. We got to get past these idols, Israel. The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect. That's what's perfect, the law of the Lord, man. Not the damn sun, not the damn moon, not the rainbow. Guess what? The Most High God made it perfect in his own ways, but guess what? He is the most perfect being. We're going to get that, man. We're going to get into it, man. Just stay tuned, man. It said the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. Straight like that, man. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go to 1 Samuel, man, chapter 15, man, verse 22. 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord had great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voices of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams, right? But this is the point, right? It says, for rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Man, hey, when you rebel against the Most High God, you go against his law, statutes, commandments, you feel like, hey, you need to sacrifice. Sacrifice is better than obedience. When you go in contrary, right? Guess what? When you think you can just be Old Testament only, thinking you can just sacrifice and thinking the Most High God accept that, hey, he said that's rebellion, man. That's witchcraft, man. Because you're trying to conjure up something to contradict the Most High God and what he got going on, man. And that's wicked as hell, man. Come on, man. He said eat this whole roll, man. He didn't say eat the corners or just eat the inside, don't eat the crust. Come on, man. He said for rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, man. Because scoffers get caught up so much. Guess what? You scoffers that tune in daily, you get caught up so much to rebel against the Most High God and what his word is. You are idolizing these things, man. You can't think of nothing better to do but to try to contradict the Most High God and his prophets. That's idolatry, man. And brothers don't understand what they, hey, you heathen, guess what? You fulfilling prophecy, but brothers and sisters who doing it, come on, man. We got to get out. We got to sift out the fakes, man. For too long, we begin told the same damn lies, man. And it's stuck. That Stockholm syndrome, like our brothers say, man, all the time, man. Stockholm syndromes, man. See that precept, Barakai, man. I'm going to go get it, man. Let me go get it real quick. The book of Judges, chapter 10. Let me see if I want to start up. I'll just get to the point. The book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I would deliver you no more. Guess what? When us going into these idolatry things, man, guess what? Idolizing these gods, idolizing, guess what? Anything besides the Most High God. He said, hey, I will deliver you no more. Guess what? He going to turn away from you. He kind of going to give you the little, and I don't want to look at you niggas, man. Guess what? You acting just like a nigga, man. You acting just like what they call you, man. Guess what? You acting like that byword, man. You acting like that Proverbs. So guess what? I ain't gonna deliver you. You a monkey see, monkey do right now. Why would I want to do that, man? Come on, man. Verse 14, man. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Guess what? Go cry to Jerubbaal. See if that white man gonna save you. When have they ever saved us, man? Guess what? You think just because they hang one up on top of a damn, put it on some wood and put it in your church, that he gonna save you? Man, come on, stop it, man. Stop it. All they did was put that damn white boy up there, make him look wet, dunked his ass in some water, and stuck him up there on a little piece of wood, man. And said, guess what? He gonna answer your prayers. You know why? Because guess what? When you give him your money, guess what? He doing the same thing. He taking your money, man. It don't stop. It's a revolving door, man. They never stop taking your money, man. The same people who's own the money is taking your damn money, man. He said, go and cry unto the gods, man. Go cry. Go cry. Go put some tears on that damn stone block out there, that Mecca, right? In Islam. Guess what? Go cry and go kiss the white man's feet, man. Guess what? Go cry, man. Go cry and do anything besides serve the Most High God, right? And seek him without your heart, right? He said, if you seek me in order, man, if you fall away, right? A just man falleth 7 times, but rise up again. Don't go cry and go find something else. Don't go back into the world. Man, come on now. It said, what ye have chosen, man. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation, man. Come on, man. But guess what? You have some brothers like this. You got some Israel, right? The Israelites who putting a stop to that, man. Who realize who they are, right? Watch this, verse 15. It said, and the children of Israel said unto the Lord, we have sinned, man. Do thou unto us whatsoever seemeth good unto thee. Deliver us only, we pray thee, this day, man. And they put away the strange gods from among them and served the Lord. And his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel. Do you see how fast the Most High God energy switched between 2 verses? Guess what? He wasn't going to deliver no more. Guess what? He gave him the cold shoulder. All they did was repent just like that. That quick, man. Drop them damn idols, man. Drop them guys, man. And said, we're going to serve you. And guess what? He felt bad, man. Come on, man. He felt bad for y'all going off and y'all repenting. He felt bad, man. We owe the Most High God everything that we do, man. Showing us what the fake and what the real was. Bringing us into the truth, man. That's why we in the truth. That's why we call it the truth, because we've been fed the fake stuff, man. Guess what? If Christianity was GMO, that shit is GMO, man. Salakia. That is genetically made, man. That is not the Most High God made, man. That is not grown from the dirt, man. Man, I'm telling you, the Most High God, man, he say things in some crazy ways, man. Hey, great precept, wow, great precept, man. Man, next precept we're gonna go to, man. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Let's get into this mud, man. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Wisdom of Solomon. No, matter of fact, nah, I'm gonna get that next. Let's get Psalms real quick. Psalms chapter 96. I got me going somewhere else real quick, man. That's spirit though, man. Let's go to Psalm 96 and 4, man. Great precept, Bob. Matter of fact, man, I'm gonna start at 1, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 1. Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Sing unto the Lord. Bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. That's what we got to do, Israel. We got to serve the Lord and show forth his salvation from day to day, man. I know it's not a part of my class, but guess what, man? I had to get it. It says show forth his salvation from day to day. Every time you wake up, every time you go to sleep, you should be praising the Most High God. Every time you move, you should be praising the Most High God. Anytime you blink, you should be praising the Most High God, man. No matter what you do, you show forth his salvation day to day, man, without wavering, right? Man, verse 3, declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people, man. Come on, that's what we got to do. This is how we sift out the fakes. We proclaim the Most High God, the true living God, and we show why he living each and every day, man, when we come into this truth. It says, for the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods, right? Oh, man, he should be feared above all gods. That means the other gods got to say so, right? Watch this, man. It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols. Plain as day, man. It says, for all the gods of the nation are idols, man. Guess what? You go anything against the Most High God, right? Or what he actually looked like. Guess what? When you believe the Son and the Father is one, guess what? That's a damn idol, man. That's not the same God. The God I know is one, and his Son is another person, man. Come on, that's two different people. You in damn idolatry. That's why he got you bugged out, man. It said, but the Lord hath made the heavens. Guess what? Now he popping, he's flaunting, man. He said, but the Lord made the heavens, though. Did your God make the heavens? Come on, man. Stop it, man. I got to drop down to verse 10, man. Nah, verse 9. Oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of his holiness, man. Worship the Most High God as his credit is due, man. Guess what? In his holiness, man, he's separate from all these other things, man. What other person do you know that can give commandments as good as the Most High God, man? I don't know if a white man can give more credit. And guess what? The lyricy he has in this thing, man, because the Most High God, man, he's a lyrical dude. Hey, a white man can't do what this book can do, man. Ain't no way you can cut skin or however way you want to try to skin that cat, man. It ain't gonna work like that, man. I'm tell you, the Most High God, we gotta, hey, man. It said, he said, man, come on, read it from the top, man. It said, oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of his holiness, man. Fear before him all the earth, man. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it should not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously, man. Straight like that, man. It said, let the heavens rejoice. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar in the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful in all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice. Hey, man, that's us, man. That we them trees, man. Because guess what? It talked about the earth already. It talked about the seas. It talked about the heavens. This is us, man. Shalom, shalom, brother I Martinez, man. Shalom, family. Guess what, man? This is when we get true salvation, man. It said, before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth, man. He didn't come to be fake, man. He didn't come to say it's okay to worship. It's okay to do this. No, man. He said he came to judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. Not what you think is the truth, man. Not if you think, hey, being gay is the truth. Guess what? Being a homosexual, right? Guess what? For men and women, right? That's the truth. Or what you might think the truth. He said he coming with his truth. So if you don't line up with him, guess what? You're going to get judged righteously, man. So it's either death or life. And the only righteous thing if you don't serve him is death, man. Can't get around it, man. Let's get the precept to that real quick, man. Let's go to Psalms 115. 115 and 4, man. It's a precept to that. I see that other precept too. I'm gonna go check that mud out. I'm being apocrypha too in a little bit. The book of Psalms, chapter 115, man. I gotta start at 1. Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory. Come on, man. That's tough. For thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their God? But our God is in the heavens. Come on, man. He have done whatsoever he pleased. Can't nobody stop the Most High God. Hey, shall he not say and shall he not make good? Come on, Numbers 23:19, man. Hey, anything the Most High God say, guess what? It's going to happen, man. It don't matter. Come on, man. We got to stop, man. It said, but our God is in the heavens. He have done so whatever he... Man, that's smooth, man. That is smooth as hell. It said, but our God is in the heavens. Guess what? Islam, they God, hey, he walked the earth. He was on earth. He wasn't in the heavens, man. Guess what? That stone is still on earth, on ground. He said, but our God's in the heavens. Come on, man. And see, look, like people like that, that's the people who motivate us to continue to keep this truth and keep pushing this thing and show his salvation from day to day, right? Because guess what? We're going to have, hey, Like, hey, 2 Peter 3:3, man. We always gonna see that, man. Man, come on, man. This is what we do. But guess what? See, you see how we got scoffers, and look at brothers. How he said, I seen you and your man's Juneteenth at the park, very strong. All praises to the Most High. This is why we keep on, man. Hey, guess what? These scriptures talk noise every time they come out. And guess what? You're going to see the good on the side, and you're going to see the bad, man. You can see us preaching the Lord's name, man, not in vain, right? We're going to push his truth for honesty and sincerity, right? That way, when the heathen asks, where is now our God, right? Going to verse 2, this is what we say. It said, but our God is in the heavens, and he had done whatsoever he pleased. That's what we going to say, man. This is what we're going to say about they guys that they serving, right? Watch this right here. It said, verse 4, their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands, man. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither spake they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusteth in them. Guess what, man? That's saying you don't have the understanding. Guess what? You made that idol. The idol might just be sitting there like this, right? Like the little Buddha, right? Or guess what? The stone, right? The big ass little stone. Guess what? It can't talk. It can't move. It can't look. Guess what? And that's how your understanding is too. It said, hey, watch this. It said, verse 8, it said, they that make them are like unto them. So guess what? Anybody who, and it says, and so everyone that trusteth in them, man. So guess what? You choose to trust in them things. Guess what? You choose to follow in these things. Guess what? You don't have an understanding. Now you are in complete darkness, man. If you're an Israelite by blood, guess what? You smitten with madness now, man. Guess what? If you're a heathen, you for damn sure got this already. That's off rip, man. That's off rip, man. So it don't even matter. But watch this. What is Israel going to do at the end of all of this? It says, oh, Israel, trust thou in the Lord. He is their hope and their shield. That's who got us, man. Guess what? When Christ come back, you better try to stand behind that damn stone and try not to get hit, man. Guess what? Hey, you try to get behind a white man that's standing like this and see if he save you, man. When Christ come back. When you see a big black man, just try to stand behind a white boy and see what happened, man. Try to call him Christ and see what he do, man. Just try it. Guess what? Trendy trans women, go ahead. Hey, stand behind Christ at the way you is. Guess what? The false Christ, right? Guess what? And watch our Hamashiach, right? Cut you brothers in half, man. Cut you sisters in half, right? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Because that's who we trust in, man. That's who our help is, man. That's who give us the confidence and don't give us the spirit of fear to come out and bring classes out each and every day to show you what the real is and what the fake is, man. Guess what? Without wavering, man. That's where we get it from, man. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, man. Chapter 13, verse 1. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters tuning in, man. It says, yo, I'm starting to read. Put your comment back up there, sis or brother. I can't see you. Man, hey, guess what, man? Whether you're scoffing or not, guess what? We're here to give edification. We're here to give edification, man. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13. We're going to start at verse 1. It says, surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of God, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the work master. Because guess what, man? We was all born before knowing about the truth. We would see the stars, we'll see the moon, we'll see the sky. It's like, dang, that thing is beautiful, man. Golly, man, look at these flowers, man. Look at my children, man. Or look at this lady. Look at this man. Look at this, hey, vice versa, however you want to float it, right? Guess what, man? Hey, look at this car, man. Look at this. Look at all that. Hey, we vain by nature, right? But guess what? You're acknowledging the work that he did, but you don't acknowledge the person who created these things, man. Who created the heavens, who created the earth, who created the animals, who created you. We don't acknowledge these things, man. Hey, we got to acknowledge the workmaster, man. It said, but deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of the heaven to be God, to be the gods which govern the world. See, that's folly, man. That's madness. See, that's the fakes, man. Guess what? Christianity done told him or her. Guess what? If you was a man at birth, you was a man today. And you don't disrespect our God like that. But guess what? That's your God. You right. Your God told you that. But guess what? Our God, the Most High God of this Bible, guess what? He said, hey, come on, man. Anybody that cuts off their privy members shall not enter the congregation, man. Point blank, period. So guess what? I know what my God said. I don't know what yours said. I don't listen to him. Guess what? I do what the Most High God told me, right? But I'm going to read this again. It said, but deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars, right? Going into the zodiac symbols, right? Going into your horoscopes, right? It says, or the violent water or the lights of heaven, right? To be the gods which govern the world. You might think because the water come up a little inch higher, oh man, that means this going to happen. You might look up in the sky, oh, the sun is at a 45-degree angle. That means it's going to snow in California. Like, come on, man, stop it. The Most High God say it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. Guess what? You got to acknowledge the work master and all these things, man. Like, we got to stop doing these things, man. Quit. Man, watch this, man. Verse 3, with whose beauty, if they're being delighted, took them to be gods. Hey, just because it look good, now you serving it. Just because it look good is serving it, man. Hey, that's right, Barakai, man. Bring it out, man. Hey, ain't even got to. Guess what? The Most High God gonna let, hey, we're gonna push this truth. We're gonna show his salvation from day to day, man. That comes with it, man. Sifting out the fakes, man. Showing what fake people have learned, right? Guess what? That fake Christ have indoctrinated our people, man. Let's show them what the Most High God really said and what he mean by this Bible, man. It says, with whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods, man. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is, man. For the first author of beauty hath created them, man. We would not know what beauty is. That wouldn't even be a word in our vocabulary. Nor will we have anything that's similar to it, man. If the Most High God didn't ordain it to be beautiful, man. Come on, man. He said, hey, it's beautiful to see a man and a woman together, man. Not a man and a man or a woman with a woman, man. That's not beautiful to the Most High God, man. That's an abomination. He loves seeing, hey, he loves seeing his children walking in the truth, man. Walking with their fringes on. Sisters in order, man, with their husbands. Husbands in order with their wives, man. Having children, producing, doing the things worthy of the kingdom, man. Guess what? Not pogo sticking with each other, man. Come on, they're not trying to create electrical friction together, man. Like, hey, I said, God made man upright, man. Guess what? That was what beautiful was him. That was what was beautiful with him, man. Guess what? Making the sun how it was, that was beautiful to him, man. Making the skies, making the heavens, that was beautiful to him, man. That's what he felt was real to him. Guess what? But he is the author of beauty. We can't never get past that. Guess what? We give the Most High God all praise and honor and glory for making the world how he made it. For us, we know that it's not in our possession, but it's in the world to come, right? But guess what? We got to get away from the fakes and get into this truth, man. We got to read on, man. Let's see. Where was that? Verse 3. Verse 4. But if they were astonished at their power and virtue, guess what? You like, dang, the sun is really that hot? Dang, the waves really come that hard? Dang, the Leviathan really in the water like that? That's crazy. It says, hey, it said power and virtue. Let them understand by them how much mightier he is that made them, man. Think about it. Think about the Leviathan, man. Think of how crazy that thing is down there. Think about the dinosaurs, man. Think about the chariots you see daily. Man, think of how mighty the Most High God is, man. Who made it. Who ordained it to happen, man. Who let it go into motion, man. Who said, hey, go ahead and do that. Hey, I like the way this look. Hey, put it in the water so nothing can go over there. Guess what? I know people in the future going to try to get in the submarine and go to the bottom of the ocean. I got something to handle that. Come on, man. We got to stop it, man. Come on, man. Get to the next precept, man. I could read that whole thing. Let's get a little bit, man. Let's see. Let's see how some of these idols got defeated, man. Let's go to 1 Kings. Let's go to 1 Kings, man. Let's look at Elijah, man. Elijah cut up these people, man, and show the true power of the real living God. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 18. We're going to start at verse 17 to get a little context, man. Pogo sticking, man. I'm telling you, man, that's all that, and that's wicked as hell, man. And it's sad to see our brothers and sisters doing them things, man. It's sad, and it's becoming more common, man. It's getting hard to separate the real from the fake, because guess what? You see so fake so long, you might think it's real. But that's what the Israelites for, to establish true judgment on this earth, man. To give equity until the Most High God comes and give that true righteousness, right? Until he come, and guess what? It ain't no more playing, man. It ain't no more playing. But guess what? That's what we're here to give, man. Hey, I'm Martinez, man. Don't do it too bad, man. I see you over there going crazy, all right? Let's go to the 1 Kings chapter 18. We'll start at verse 17. And it came to pass when Ahab saw Elijah, that Ahab said unto him, art thou he that troubleth Israel? He asked Elijah a question, man. Ahab was the one going crazy. He was messing up everything. Shalakia, Ahab, if I said that right. Ahab was the one creating a lot of hell in the land, man. But he asked Elijah, was he coming? Elijah was a prophet, man, coming to do the Lord's work, man. In verse 18, he answered and said, I have not troubled Israel, but thou and thy father's house, in that ye have forsaken the commandment of the Lord, and thou hast followed Balaam. So look, Ahab, one of our brothers, done fell off. Guess what? He was worshiping Most High God. He fell off, man. Watch this. He said, you start worshiping Balaam, man. You forgot the commandment of the Lord. Guess what? You start following Hamashiach Yahweh. Now you back on Cedric Bozier. Come on, man. Stop it. Verse 19, it said, now therefore send and gather to meet all Israel unto the Mount Carmel, and the prophets of Baal 450, and the prophets of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. Watch this, man. This finna get crazy, man. When I read this the first time, verse 21, it said, Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long have ye between two opinions? If the Lord be God, follow him. It said, if the Lord be God, follow him, man. Straight like that. But he said, but if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word, because they kind of like, damn, well, Baal, he right here in my face, and I am getting money right now. Damn, but what God did for me right now? He ain't feeding a nigga like how he should, man. So they ain't say nothing. You're not gonna kept it to themselves. It said, then said Elijah unto the people, even I only remain a prophet of the Lord. Man, come on, man. He said, even I only. Guess what? If ain't nobody else gonna stand up for the Lord, I'm gonna stand up for the Lord on myself, by my lonely, right? It said, by Baal prophets are 450 men, because that's how it is today, man. You got one Israelite in the family, man. Out of, guess what? You probably got 150 kinfolk, man. And you the only Israelite, man. You the only one keeping the commandments. You the only one keeping the feast days. You the only one to see the real from the fakes, man. It's just you. Let's bring it up to today. Let's make it plain, man. Guess what? All the people that serve Baal and idolatry, that's all of them. But it's just you. Hey, all praise to the Most High if you can get your whole family, your immediate family in this truth. If you can get your whole family, man, hey, all praises, man. But hey, Elijah said, man, even I only remain, man, to keep this word, to keep this push, keep this charge, man. It said, verse 23, let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under it. And I would dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under it, right? He kind of giving the little rules and regulations to how we finna prove how they guys suck and how the Most High God rule, right? It said, verse 24, and it said, call ye on the name of your gods. You see how he put the S at the end? Because they have multiple gods. They got all these things, man. Guess what? They worship Baal, but they got many more gods. But guess what? We only got one true God. Even Christ himself said it. Gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord, and the God that answered by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. They be like, bet. Baal, man, Baal finna spark this thing, man. We finna show Elijah. He gonna be the last one, and he gonna be right with us. We was 450, now we gonna be 451. So they thought, right? Guess what? The Most High God ain't never been about numbers, man. He said, many are called, but few are chosen, man. Watch how this go, man. Verse 25, and it said, Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullock for yourselves and dress it, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made. Guess what? How we read in Psalm 96, how we read in Psalms 115. Guess what they called into it, right? Couldn't talk, right? Couldn't hear, couldn't see. This is what they God's doing. It's showing you in the scriptures how it goes down, man. Watch this, man. They said, but there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leapt upon the altar, which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them. Guess what, man? Elijah like, damn. Hey, where Baal at? Baal said, man, damn, it's about 12 o'clock, man. It's about time for me to go pray, man. Y'all ready yet? Before I go over here and go real quick. Like, damn, he looked at her as he had time today, but he didn't think he had that much time. He said he mocked them, man. And he said, cry loud. You know how the Bible tells us to cry loud. Guess we tell them, hey, cry loud, man. Maybe Baal don't hear you, right? It said, for he is a God. Either he is talking or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awakened. Man, I'm telling you, man, Elijah was crazy. He was by himself dolo, man, with 450 people. Who willing to do that for their God, man? Guess what? You see 450 people worshiping one thing. They might all be at the club, and you might be the only one on the other side of the club preaching. Is you going to stop and go over there and go club with them? Or is you going to be what Elijah said, man? Come on, man. You got to be that lone wolf, man. I'm telling you, man. That's crazy. He said, cry loud, man, for he is a God, man. He said, hey, man, maybe he talking to somebody, man. Maybe talking with Buddha. Maybe talking to Buddha for a little bit. Maybe talking to Cedric for a little bit. Or Caesar Bonjour, right? Or so maybe he pursued, maybe he going somewhere. Maybe he went out of town, went on vacation, right? Went to Cancun or something. Or he's in a journey, right? Or eventually he's sleeping. Maybe he just took a little nap, right? Man, he tired of being a guy for a little bit. Let me just go take a little couple Z's, right? Maybe that's what he went to go do. He must be awake. Says, hey, cry loud, man. Hey, spare not, right? Man, watch this. He said, and they cried aloud. They went ahead, hey, Baal. Man, guess what? The Most High God's so strong and powerful, you ain't got to say nothing. He reading your thoughts. Come on, man. You ain't got to say not a damn word, right? Because ain't that what he did with Sarah? Come on, man. We got to stop it, man. Most like God show you in all these ways how you fold into it like that, man. And they cried aloud and cut themselves after the manner with knives, lances to the blood gushed out upon them. Man, these brothers start, please, Baal, please. They start cutting themselves, man. I'm talking about they going crazy, man. But watch this, verse 29. And it came to pass, midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of evening sacrifice. Bro, they started from the morning, the afternoon, and all the way to the evening, man. Guess what? Elijah ain't did nothing yet, man. It said that there was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any that regarded, man. Shalom, shalom, Sister Hannah, man. Shalom to you. And I know, obviously, Yaakov probably sleep right now, man. But hey, shalom, man. And Baal was on vacation, man. I'm telling you, man. He was gone, right? But watch this. Watch what Elijah do, right? He done waited he gave them a whole day. They done cried. They done yelled. They done cut themselves. They done stressed, man. They stressing, man. And hey, guess what? Elijah over there killing these boys, man. Like, damn. Is it working yet, y'all? Hey, cut yourself a little harder, man. A little deeper, man. See if it works. But guess what? This is what Elijah did. Verse 31. It said, Elijah took 12 stones according to the number of the 12 tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord. And he made a trench about the altar, as great as could contain 2 measures of seed, and put the wood in order, and cut the bullocks in pieces, and laid on the wood, and said, fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice out, and on the wood. And he said, do it in the second time. And he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, do it the third time. And they did it the third time. And the water ran about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. Man, watch how this goes. He don't need the rules and regulations for them. He said, man, hey, drench my offering in water. Guess what? And put a trench around it, right? Fill it with straight water, so you don't think I'm finna put no gasoline. Guess what? I'm not even finna put nothing on this to spark this fire, right? Man, hey, man, Elijah and hey, man, watch this, man. This is crazy. Verse 35, and the water ran about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. Verse 36. I just got to read on down, man. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day that thou art the God in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these at thy word. Guess what? And Elijah kept this thing in order, man. He didn't do it for himself, man. He said he did it for your word, man. And we got, hey, when we doing these things, guess what? When we professing the truth, guess what? We can never forget who we doing it for, man. Guess what we doing it to give all honor and glory to the Most High, man. And to his son, Yahweh, man. This is what we doing it for, man. For the Most High God, man. Fighting for his law, such commandments to the death, man. Separating the real from the fake, right? It says, verse 37, hear me, O Lord, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord God, and thou hast turned the heart back again. Guess what, man? Because that's all Elijah wanted to do, man. He wanted to turn his people back to the Most High God, man. Guess what? Elijah could have said, man, hey, Most High God, man, let's kill these 450, man. Guess what? Man, Elijah wanted to save these brothers, man, because they was Israelites. Guess what? Ahab was an Israelite. He wanted to save these brothers, man. And that's what we need to do in this truth, man. We got to save these people. Guess what? They sick. They are, man. They sick, man. It said, verse 38, then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench, man. Most High God gonna deliver every time, man. It said, when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces. They said, the Lord, he is the God. The Lord, he is the God, man. They fell on the floor. Oh, the Lord, he is the God. He is the God. The Lord, he is the God. He is the God. Come on, man. Worship him, man. Stop it, man. That's a good precept, Art. That's a real good precept, man. Great precept, man. Hey, man, all the precepts that brothers put in, man, that's not folly. And guess what? That's not going against the class, man. Y'all keep these precepts too, man. Great precept, Art. It said, Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there. You see how once he did the work, guess what? He didn't have to tell him, hey, yeah, now y'all come with me and come serve the Most High God. They ran over there. Hey, man, hey, we in the truth now. Hey, let me get some fringes, man. And he said, hey, all the rest of them who still want to be reprobates, and guess what? Continue to serve Baal, even after the constant works and the constant failings of your gods. Kill him. Straight like that. Hey, man. I'm telling you, Elijah was a great prophet, man. That's why he had to get taken, man. Because Elijah would have kept on, man. Elijah would have kept on, man. No, yeah. There you go. Man, I'm telling you, man. Let's get the next precept, man. And I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 45, man. Brother, just stick in with me, man. I'm going to get one more storyline after this precept, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Hey, this is just a good class, man. I've been waiting to kind of bring you out, man. Let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 45, and let's go to verse 20. It says, assemble yourselves and come draw near. Let me see if I want to start up a little bit. Yeah, matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah 45 and 17. Just jump up a little bit. Verse 17, it said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with the everlasting saving. Not shame nor confounded. World. Come on. Hello, shalom, brothers. Can y'all hear me, man? Y'all send me a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't know if it's working. Con. All right, hey, the water, man. Start at verse 18 again from the top. Isaiah 45 and 18. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He had created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else. Man, come on, man. It said, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. Man, he ain't just get it in a little bit. Con, dog, man. You know, hey, Esau, you start cutting them up, guess what? It's going to start hurting their feelings, man. So, yeah, I expected it to do that, man. But guess what? We're going to get through the rest of these precepts, man. It said, I said not to the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right, man. Guess what, man? He talking his mess, man. He said, I speak in righteousness, man. I ain't going to say it in vain. Guess what? Anything that I say, I mean, man. He said, I declare things that are right, man. That's what we're supposed to get back. Things that are right, man. Verse 20, he said, assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that are set up the wood, that have set up. No, Salaki. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of their graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save. It said, come draw near, ye that escaped of the nations. Guess what, brothers and sisters that have seen past everything and all the idolatry that this world done put on us? Guess what, you coming into this truth? It say, come ye that escaped of the nations, man. You escaped the world, the wiles of this world, man. It said, hey, they don't know what they doing, man. They putting up this graven image and they worshiping as it is a God, man. A God that can't save them, man. This is what they doing, right? It says, and pray unto a God that cannot save, man. It said, tell ye and bring them near. Yea, let them take counsel together. Who had declared this from ancient time? Who have told it from that time? Have not I the Lord, and that there is no God else besides me? A just God and a Savior. There is none besides me. Look unto me, and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth, for I am God, and there is none else, man. Watch how the Most High God do these things, man. It said, I have sworn by myself. The word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return. That to me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, look how the man, I'm telling you, Most High God, man. He said, hey, I did it by myself, man. He said, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Guess what? Them idols might not talk now, but guess what? Let Christ walk back on the scene. You gonna see that stone get on his knees, man. He ain't even got no damn knees, man. It says, surely shall one say in the Lord, have our righteousness and strength. Even to him shall men come, and all that are increased against him shall be ashamed. Guess what? Anybody that's going against the Most High God, man, you're going to be ashamed, man, and confounded. Because guess what? Israel is not confounded, man. Hey, man, great precept, man, because I was looking at that precept the other day, man, Isaiah 45, man. Literally, it said, hey, because you jump up to 17, it said, Israel shall be saved. Hey, we should not be confounded, man, nor ashamed. But it said, hey, if you go against them, you're going to be ashamed, man. Because it's going to be a damn shame when we cut you up with these scriptures, man. It said, Salaki, in the Lord shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory, man. I'll praise to the Most High for that, man. Let's get into this last little spiel, man, before Esau try to cut me out again, man. Let's go to Baal and the Dragon. Baal and the Dragon, man. Let's see where I want to start at. Let's start at 2, man. And the things that are coming, and I said before me, since I pointed to ancient people, and the things that are coming. Yeah. You got to think about the Most High God. He said it, and it's going to come to pass, man. Guess what? Who declared these things in ancient times? Because guess what? Babylon wasn't a part of that. Babylon was a part of that back then, but guess what? He said that our people are going to be worshiping false idols and false gods, right? Seshabazir wasn't on the scene yet, but hey, guess what? He ordained these things, man. That's why he said, learn not the way of the heathen, man, because he knew how these things were going to go. Everything that the Most High God said, it came to fruition, man. Guess what? Who else can do that? Who else can tell the past, present, and the future, man? Guess what? They try to, but they can only go so far. They can try to go to the bottom of the ends of the earth, but you see how that goes. You can try to go all the way to the sky, and you see how that go. Come on, man. The Most High God does all these things, man. Let's go to the history of the destruction of Baal and the dragon, man. Let's start at verse 2. It says, verse 2. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Baal, and there was spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour and 40 sheep and 6 vessels of wine. And the king worshiped it and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshiped his own God. Guess what? Daniel worshiped the Most High God, man. He didn't worship damn Baal, man. And it said, and the king said unto him, why dost thou not worship thou Baal. Why don't you worship Baal, man? Man, Knock, man. I'm trying to fix it, man. I'm trying to fix it, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Hey, you let me know if it's a little better. All right, let me know, man. And he saw hell, man. See, we start talking about that idols. You see how they do, man? It's all right, though, man. Al Martinez, man. All praise for you. All you brothers and sisters still tuning in through this thing, man. It says in verse 5, who answered and said, It said, verse 5, who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with bands. Made with hands. But the living God, who hath created the heavens and the earth, and the sovereignty over all flesh. Man, guess what? He said, man, I can't worship idols made with hands, man. I can't. He said, I got to worship the God who made the heavens, who made the earth, and who had reign and dominion over the whole earth, man, because that's what sovereignty means, man. Complete and utter control and power, man. It said, then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God? Seest thou not much how he eateth and drinketh every day? He said, man, look at Baal, man. He eating and drinking every day, man. He eating all this, the fine flour, the sheep, and the vessels of wine, man. It said, then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within. Man, he tell me, man, this thing dead as hell, man. This thing is made with clay. You probably seen this thing get made. How the hell do you think it's eating, man? It said, in brass without, man, and did never eat or drink anything. I said, man, this thing, man, come on, stop it. He telling me, man, come on, man. You like me more. I'm going to tell you the truth, man. It said, verse 8, it says, so the king was wroth and called for his priests and said unto them, if ye tell me not who this is that devoured these expenses, ye shall die. So now he kind of pressed. He like, well, damn, man. Hey, man, y'all come in here, man. Hey, who eating all the food then if it's like that? It said, but if ye can certify me that Baal devoured them, then Daniel shall die. For he has spoken blasphemy against Baal. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. But you see how quick it is for people that's not following the Most High God. It's easy for them to be like, damn, that might be true. Because I did see him get made with clay. I did know that he really not a real God, but he is eating. Damn, he is, doing this. But you see how quick it is for them to switch. Guess what? The Most High God, and we know the truth about this Bible. Hey, guess what? Hey, ain't no brain breaking the folding with this thing, man. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off, right? But reading on, man. Verse 10. Now the priests of Baal were 70, besides their wives and children. And the king went with Daniel into the temple of Baal. So Baal's priest said, lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat, and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast, and seal it with thine own signet. And tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us. So they kind of confident. They're like, man, guess what? Hey, man, put your own little stamp on there, seal it up. Guess what? When you come back, hey, if it look like Baal ain't ate it, we'll die. You kill us, cool, kill us. But if not, man, we get to kill Daniel, man, for speaking falsely against us, right? And it says, verse 13, and they little regarded it, for under the table they have made a privy entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. So they already made a little trap door to get in and out. And he's like, yeah, you can lock it up. We're going to go in through the bottom, right? It said, verse 14, so when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strewed throughout all the temple, in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all. In the morning betime the king arose, and Daniel with him. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, yea, O king, they be whole. So watch this. And as soon as he opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, great art thou, O Baal, and with thee there is no deceit at all. So he seen the food gone. He said, yes, I knew my God was right. Yes, finally, right? He said, then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go in, and said, behold, now the pavement and marks with well footsteps are these. With well whose footsteps are these? Come on, man. Daniel laughed like, damn, man. King, watch this. Before you go in, man, whose footsteps is these, man? It said, the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry, man. He was like, ah, damn, man. I see kings' feet. Oh, man. It said, and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the privy doors when they came in, and consumed such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them and delivered Bel into Daniel's power, who destroyed him and his temple. Guess, man, come on, man. Hey, man, for real, man. Daniel's a clever dude, man. But watch this. It said, and in that same place there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say, this is of brass? Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou cannot say that he is no living God. Therefore worship him. Verse 25, then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship the Lord my God. Man, you see how he did that? He said, I worship the Lord my God, the true God of Israel, right? He said, I worship the Lord my God, for he is the living God, right? But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay the dragon without sword or staff. Man, watch. He said, man, I'll slay the dragon without sword or staff. He said, I ain't got to use all that. It's dead. What's the point? I ain't got to do nothing to it. He said, okay. He said, the king said, I give thee leave. He said, then Daniel took pitch, fat and hair, and did sieve them together, and made lumps thereof. Then he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods you worship. You see how he destroyed the damn God. He said, man, see how I destroyed this? Guess what? That's your guys. This is how easily they get destroyed, man. Guess what? A little bit of word, and a little bit of fire, and a little bit of Most High God. Guess what? All these guys are worship tonight, man. And guess what, man? Daniel showed these things, man. Guess what? The prophet showed these things time after time after time, man. And we got to sift out the fakes, Israel, man. And with that, man, we're going to say shalom, man. All praises to brothers and sisters that tuned in, man. Guess what? Hey, helping us push this truth across the four corners of this earth, man. Thank you, brothers and sisters, tuning in, man. I hope y'all brothers have a good rest of y'all evening. Guess what? A good morning, man. If y'all getting ready to go to work, man. Hey, brothers and sisters, keep enduring to the end, man. And guess what? Let's continue to sift out the fakes, man. Let's continue to push this truth with honesty and sincerity, man. And let's keep being that true light, man. Hey, here at the Battle Axes, man, we always say keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, man. Hey, thank you to brothers and sisters that contributed to the GoFundMe, the Cash App. Guess what? All these things have been greatly used to magnify the ministry, man. Guess what? All praise to the Most High. We got a beautiful new big building. Guess what? For more of the congregation, right? To grow, to prosper, man. To give more honor and glory to the Most High God, man. You know, hey, these are what the things are used for, man. Guess what? If you're not giving, hey, physical arms as in money, guess what, foods, anything like that, guess what, continue to give your spiritual arms, man. Continue to fight the good fight across the four corners. Continue to lead by this good doctrine, man. Sift out the fakes, man. Don't follow the ways of the world, man. That's how you giving arms to the congregation of the whole Israel, man, of this whole world, man. That's how you continue to keep us in order, and that's how you continue the Most High God to continue to lead us, man. Hey, man, thank you, brothers and sisters, man, for real, man. Let's keep on, man. Let's keep sifting out these fakes, man. Hey, at the Battle Axes, man, we always say keep the laws, man, so we'll finish with the law. The law for today is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1, man. The book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I am the Lord your God am holy. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Verse 4. It said, turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourself molten gods. I am the Lord your God. Straight like that, man. Hey, man. Straight like that, man. Hey, don't turn yourselves to these idols, Israel. Keep on that straight and narrow, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Guess what? But never deter from the left or to the right, man. Continue to keep this push and keep this charge, man. And Lord willing, I get to see you brothers next week, sisters next week, same thing. Continue to give out this Thursday snack, man. This little Thursday night, man. And hey, all praise to the brothers and sisters that tuned in. Hey, you brothers and sisters, have a rest. Go to y'all week. Rest. Salaki. Have a good rest of the week. Hey, Lord willing, man. Continue to keep the commandments and live, man. With that, we're going to say shalom, man.